The then section can contain unlimited number of actions that will be executed one after another if the conditions in the if section are true. The action dialog falls into two categories, an order-related one and one that contains all the other actions. When you give an action the question you always have to ask first whether you want it to happen once or all the time continuously. Remember, the program while running will ceaselessly check the if part and many mistakes occur from actions remain active and collide with other rules. In the order management, you can add three types of orders. Every order is labeled by a unique magic number, so in this case you don't have to worry that they will be multiplied, and thus it's meaningless to give additional conditions to avoid that. As you must be already familiar with it, order properties gives you a long list of options and enables you to manage your positions with precision. Specifying the symbol gives you the ability to create correlation strategies, for example, but most of the time you will put an order on the current chart you run your expert. Quantity, as we learned earlier, can apply a flexible size based on the risk percentage you set on the money management section, or can be set as a fixed number. While there are no formulas available from here, know that by connecting to a variable, you can modify that with a separate rule, as we will learn along this section. Profit targets and stops have the same type of dialog. You can use global settings if it's set in the strategy tab, define fixed distance or ATR based, which is a common method. As you see, the variable and formula part appears twice, but those does not mean the same. Up, your number, wherever you get it, will mean a pip distance from the open price, down a specified price level. If the formula or variable you use gives 20 for example, up it means your target will be 20 pips far, down that it will be at the price 20 of the given instrument. Because of that, the formulas available are more limited up here, but you can access more if you add an algebraic function to it. Same applied to the stop, of course with a reverse sign. For example, if you want to improve the little by script we wrote in the first part, this is a frequently used formula that will put your stop below the closest bottom. Break-even works the same way, and it means that after a given pips in profit or specified price reached, your stop will be pulled to the open price. If you want it to close somewhere else, add its distance here. Now, this means it will put the stop 5 pips below, but all these will be written over if somewhere else you add another stop changing rule. Likewise, you can set trial distance and add after when it should be activated. This can be useful for you don't want it to mess up your initial stop distance while the price is lingering around your open price. Here you can add the time limit to your position with 1 as the smallest. Be aware that if you have your order options filled and change the order type afterwards, the set options will be lost. If you want to use different type of order, it's best to add a new and copy its features. As for the pending orders, there are a few additions. For the price, most often you will use a formula. By that you can easily attach your order to any indicator that has an output on the chart, or given distance from the current price by adding or subtracting from it. The distance, of course, you have to convert to real pips to get a price level that your expert can use. You can also refer to an open price of another position, set minimum distances. More of these in detail will be discussed in the part where we will learn about the formulas. In some occasions you will need to store the price, quantity or any other data separately, then you just create a variable and assign it with the same formula you would use here, for you can also attach those variables here. Another addition is the bars valid, which determine how long your orders should be active. Pendings can be deleted by close orders, but it doesn't distinguish between active positions and pending orders, so if you just want to clear the unused ones, give this a variable to be able to change it when needed. Order replacement is usually best left as a false, especially if the price level is flexible, for example attached to an indicator or the current price. Remember, two orders of the same magic number can't exist, so it will close and open ceaselessly. It's best to use bars validation instead. It's an important decision what order type you use, but for this is a tutorial about EAWizard I can't get into it much. Be aware that pending orders just mean that at the given price the broker will execute a market order. If you put many pendings around and get a high impact news, they might be triggered at the same price somewhere far, enlarging your risk. Also, mind the latency. If the price moves quickly, by the time the expert gives the order to the broker to place the pending, it is within the minimum distance and won't be placed at all. So shortly, it's vital to choose your order type for live conditions, for these factors might not occur in backtests or even under demo trading.